6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Kanuz Ashraf. First, the headlines. China, extending its full support to Pakistan in the wake of President Trump's accusations, has said Islamabad has made outstanding contributions to the international anti-terrorism cause. Meeting of the National Security Committee chaired by Prime Minister is in progress in Islamabad to discuss the way forward in the wake of Donald Trump's anti-Pakistan remarks. Corps Commanders Conference, which held in Rawalpindi today, reviewed evolving geostrategic environment and internal security situation. Pakistan and India have exchanged list of nuclear installations and facilities. In occupied Kashmir, life remained crippled due to shutdown for second day today in Pulwama district against the killing of 3 freedom fighters by Indian troops. In Egypt, 4 militants have been executed following their conviction by a military tribunal over killing of 3 military personnel. And now the news in detail. China says Pakistan has made tremendous efforts and sacrifices in combating terrorism and made outstanding contributions to the international anti-terrorism cause. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zheng Xiong, in a statement, said China is willing to further deepen its cooperation with Pakistan in all fields and further benefit the two people. China, extending its full support to Pakistan in the wake of President Trump's accusations, has said Islamabad has made outstanding contributions to the international anti-terrorism cause. Meeting of the National Security Committee has begun in Islamabad with Prime Minister Shahid Haqqan Abbasi in the chair. The meeting is discussing the way forward in the wake of the US President Donald Trump's recent anti-Pakistan remarks. Ministers for Interior, Foreign Affairs and Defense Services chiefs and other high-ranking civil and military officials are attending the meeting. A meeting of the Federal Cabinet, which was scheduled to be held today, has been postponed. It will now be held tomorrow. Corps Commanders Conference was held at GHQ in Rawalpindi today. Evolving geostrategic environment and internal security situation was reviewed during the conference. The forum also discussed input for National Security Committee meeting is being held today. Foreign Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif says Pakistan is fully committed to safeguard its territory. Talking to a private television channel, the Foreign Minister, responding to US President's tweet, said that the United States is shifting its frustration towards our country after its failure in Afghanistan. He said that the United States should review its policy and seek peaceful solution to the Afghan issue. Khwaja Asif said use of military could not be a viable solution to the situation in Afghanistan. Chairman of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Imran Khan says despite immense sacrifices rendered by Pakistan in the US war on terror, the US President Donald Trump is hurling threats to the country. Talking to the newsmen in Islamabad today, he said the war on terror greatly affected the country's economy to the tune of over $100 billion. We also lost 70,000 people in the war against terrorism. Prominent analyst and geostrategist says the US wants to make Pakistan scapegoat of its failure in Afghanistan by putting blames on its shoulders. Speaking in Radio Pakistan News and Current Affairs channel, they argued that the recent anti-Pakistan tweet of the US President Donald Trump is influenced by India, as a deep nexus of the two states has been developed against Pakistan and China. Renowned analyst Dr. Parvez Iqbal Cheema said despite spending billions of dollars and deployment of huge number of armed personnel, the US could not derive any success in Afghanistan and failed to bring stability in that country. Dr. Rashid Khan regretted the US president's tweet statement. He said Donald Trump's statement has caused damage to bilateral relations between Pakistan and the US. Defense analyst Commodore retired Dr. Azhar Ahmed said regional countries need to unite for their common interest. Defense analyst Lieutenant General Naeem Khalid Lodi, retired, said US is following the desires of India as the deep nexus between these two states is aimed at harming Pakistan. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi performed the groundbreaking of Air University's Aerospace and Aviation campus at Kamra today. Speaking on the occasion, he said this indeed is a very big milestone for aviation in Pakistan. The Prime Minister assured full support of the government to the initiative taken by the Pakistan Air Force. He said that Pakistan Air Force has a tradition of excellence as a force second to none, and it is hoped that this campus will also become a source of inspiration for the rest of the country. The government has expedited work on power generation projects and added 7,759 megawatt electricity to the national grid system. Official sources told APP in Islamabad that the government, soon after its inception, took pragmatic steps to cope with menace of power load shedding. They said owing to the steps of the government, currently zero load shedding is being carried out in 5,279 grid stations out of total 8,600 across the country. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan and India have exchanged the lists of their nuclear installations and facilities in accordance with their agreement and prohibition of attacks against nuclear installations and facilities. Under the accord signed in December 1988, the list of nuclear installation and facilities in Pakistan was officially handed over to the representative of the Indian High Commission at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Indian Ministry of External Affairs in New Delhi also handed over the list of Indian nuclear installations and facilities to a representative of the Pakistan High Commission. Japanese Foreign Minister Taro Kono will arrive in Islamabad tomorrow on a two-day visit to Pakistan. During the visit, he will hold wide-ranging talks on bilateral issues with Foreign Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif. Both the sides will also exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. In occupied Kashmir, life remained crippled due to the spontaneous shutdown of the second day today in Pulwama district against the killing of the 3 freedom fighters by the Indian troops. According to Kashmir Media Service, all shops and business establishments remained closed while traffic was off the roads in all main cities and towns of the district. In Egypt, 4 militants have been executed following their conviction by a military tribunal of killing 3 military academy students in a 2015 bomb attack that wounded 6 others. Today's execution at a prison in the Mediterranean port city of Alexandria bring to 19 the number of militants executed over the past week. The United States, Britain, and Norway have warned South Sudan's warring sides to respect a ceasefire after reported violations. The statement by the 3 countries comes after the armed opposition and South Sudan's government treated accusations of violations of the ceasefire that began on December 24th last year. The first one-day international between Pakistan and New Zealand will be played in Wellington on Saturday. Meanwhile, the training camp of Pakistan cricket team is underway in New Zealand. Pakistan will play 5 one-day international and 3 T20s against New Zealand during the tour. T20 series will start from 22nd of this month. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, dense foggy conditions are likely to prevail over plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during night and morning hours. To end the news headlines once again. China, extending its full support to Pakistan in the wake of President Trump's accusations, has said Islamabad has made outstanding contributions to the international anti-terrorism cause. Meeting of the National Security Committee chaired by Prime Minister is in progress in Islamabad to discuss the way forward in the wake of Donald Trump's anti-Pakistan remarks. Corps Commanders Conference, which held in Rawalpindi today, reviewed evolving geostrategic environment and internal security situation. Pakistan and India have exchanged lists of nuclear installations and facilities. In occupied Kashmir, life remained crippled due to shutdown for second day today in Pulwama district against the killing of 3 freedom fighters by Indian troops. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch our live video streaming on the link facebook.com Radio Pakistan News Official.